The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's an AFC intra-conference contest between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. Another step towards the Super Bowl begins. We're off in the first of 4 divisional round games. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Lawrence starting with a throw. Escapes the pocket. His first offering of the game winds up incomplete. He had him, Brock. Throw was on target. Got to help your guy out early in the game, right?
Yeah, it's not on the quarterback. I think we can all see that was a catchable ball. But I've got a feeling he'll volunteer to take some of the blame anyway. That's just the way he's wired.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Lawrence looking to throw. Next here, Jalen Noel. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Jaguars have a first down.
Down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
First carry now. This is Bashal Tutu. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Lawrence throwing here. Fails out of the pocket quick. Brought in right side. And he's going to be touchdown, Brock. Looks to be a couple yards shy of that marker.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
3rd and just 2 to go.
Hey, Lion.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Throwing the out route complete. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They've got first down here from the 36.
Let's go.
Tutu gets it from the gun. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. Out of the gun, Lawrence. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. And they take him down right along the 30.
Number 7, Brian Thomas Jr. It's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 5.
It's going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. They send the tight end in motion. 3rd down, Lawrence to throw. Buys time, rolling right. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. And the Colts take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game.
At their own 23-yard line.
Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33.
First down.
They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
33-yard line.
the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Taylor again. Quick adjustment defensively to stop him this time, so no gain on 1st down.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. From the gun, Smith. Completed over the middle. He has room past the 25. Still fighting forward. And he takes this one in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. No doubt about it, Brock. They are trying to take him out of this game from the start. And a touchdown on the opening drive, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah, this is one of those situations, Kate, where you and I up here in this booth, we can hear it and we can feel it. This crowd senses an opportunity to dig those opponents an early hole that before long might become the grave their season rests in if they don't respond.
Going after up and good for Bates. And the Colts will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Jaguars nothing.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here. Inside give here for Tootin. There's the intensity we expect in the playoffs. Defense going big play hunting, and they get him behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Nick Cross has it. And the Colts turn the interception into a drive starting in enemy territory. He's tackled at the 45-yard line.
Hey, we know in this league, takeaways are a big deal, but you get interception and chunk yards with it. That is a gold star effort.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Shotgun snap to Smith. Finds a seam down the middle. And he nearly gets him into the red zone as he's down at the 22. It's a gain of 22. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
On first down, here's Smith. Right side, this is reeled in by Warren. And he's going to work it to the 20. Travis Hunter making that play.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Out of the gun, here's Smith. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
So that's the end of one in this AFC divisional round contest. The Colts have taken the early lead. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Time for the second quarter here, and the Colts are thinking points. Smith looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Oh, try forcing it to the slants. It's intercepted. And the Jaguars take over deep in their own territory, down inside the 10.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Hand off to Tootin. And this play's going to come to an end at the 27. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Lawrence working from the gun. Finds his running back. This is Bashal Tootin. And he's going to be out of bounds after looks like about a yard there. Second down coming up.
And there's heat. That blitz coming off the snap. That QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
Gets him downfield. This is Thomas. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll be first down, Colts. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield. Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw, Smith. He's got his man. That's Alec Pierce. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down. All set to go now from the 35.
Here we go. Mustang, 70 line.
1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Offense up to the line fast.
2nd and 18 at the 43-yard line.
Smith to the air now. That's incomplete left side. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Jeez, with each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Smith on 3rd and long. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Into the hands of his running back, Tootin. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And he's going to go down right along midfield stripe. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
There's a screen for Tootin. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. A gain of 15 there. And the Jaguars have a first down.
Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Chased out to his right. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
Hey.
On the give, it's Tootin. Pushing for the red zone. And he's finally brought down at the 9. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
To me, now is the time to step on the gas, and you see this more and more in today's game, and it's the right move. Get that explosive run, get right back to the line of scrimmage, and don't let this defense breathe.
From the red zone on 1st. Has it in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook is wide open.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Flushed out of the pocket. And he will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars get some late points and the lead. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here. Running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Caden. Some players, that's the world they thrive in. Finding windows where windows shouldn't exist, and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast. Trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
On now is Cook to kick this away. And he's going to field this one in the end zone without a return. So that's going to bring us out to the 35-yard line. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. Smith setting the throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Trying to find Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And it sets up 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, that's not met the standard they set for themselves.
19,
Smith will try again on 2nd. Finds him over the middle. And he's down to almost, no, they're actually going to give him the 30 here. It's a massive 35-yard pickup, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Smith. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Still working from the 30 as they line this up. 2nd and 10. Back to the air. It's Smith. Caught by the open man. He takes this one in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts take the lead just before halftime. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
That one splits the uprights. And the Colts push their lead to 3.
Jaguars 14.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half or if we get a play from scrimmage as this one's away. So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half.
At their own 20-yard line.
One last play before the break. Looking to throw. This final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
Half the battle complete, Brock, as we resume play here. A spot in our AFC Championship on the line. Fielded at the 7. And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Smith. Complete out to the right side. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45.
That's good.
The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Just one play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45. First down, Smith to throw. Couldn't get the screen set up properly. Brock, pass incomplete, and they're going to hope for better results now on 2nd down.
As a quarterback, you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane. And he couldn't do it on that one.
70 Lion. Mustang 19.
2nd and 10. Again, it's Smith. Broken out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. They'll throw. 3rd and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out.
It's a gain of 14
I think of 14 yards on that one. And it'll be 1st down Colts.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
60 by 6.
And go play fake here with Smith. Finds him on the crossing route. And this play is nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it.
1st and 10
Big gain, 14 on the play. And that is good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
19, Pioneer. 19 tight. 19 tight. 18, run.
Again, it's Smith to the air. Getting out to his left. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Kate, I got to believe he hearkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Let's go now.
Smith's going to throw again. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Well, it's a gain of 12 on that one. And it'll be 1st down Colts.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Working inside the red zone. Completed over the middle. And this one does not go far.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz, and he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain. That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Throwing on third, Smith. All the left side. He's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Bates' kick is up and good. And that'll double their lead to 6.
He's firing a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time that he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Completed to his running back. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on first down.
10 yards on the
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Second down again to 2. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
That run puts him right back in the same old situation for third down. I really thought that run was going to get the couple inches they needed. And you could tell, just look at him down there, Kate. They thought it was going to work too.
Free inside the 30. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
First down, Jaguars.
Throwing on first down, Lawrence. On the move, headed right. Now here he goes. And he will wind up out of bounds after a first down gain of right around 3 yards.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Second down now, 7 to go. Lawrence working from the gun. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Nick Martin picks it up. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
It's his running back. He's going to be stopped right around the 37. He'll pick up 14 yards on that one. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down. They've set it down from 37.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Smith on first down. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he's going to be marked down 5 yards short of that first.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Second down carry for Taylor. He He's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. That one gains 7. And it'll be first down, Colts.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Only 1 quarter left before we send one of these teams to the AFC title game. It's Colts football, and they know they're only 1 quarter away from advancing here. So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. They go again with Taylor. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd down and 8.
They'll air it out on 3rd. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. That play good for 17 and a first down. New set of downs for him from the 31. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Smith on 3rd and short. He finds its target. That's Taylor. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down.
First and 10.
From the red zone on 1st. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, and to do so on a step tight end, that's big time.
Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it. That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
Bates' kick is up and good. And that'll make it a 2-score game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Cut out left. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
First down throw, Lawrence. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he can't get there, but what a game. Down to the goal line, he's pushed out just a couple yards short. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
It's another Jaguars first down.
Let's go.
First and goal.
In the red zone now. And he brings it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars have cut it to a 3-point game here in the fourth. Brian Thomas Jr. the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Little Tex on the extra point. And the Jaguars cut the lead down to just 2.
Jaguars 21.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Starting from the 5. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And they'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. And as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Seven yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3.
Let's go.
Running right, this is Taylor. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Smith to the air now. Hooks up with Anthony Gould, complete. And he's across midfield in a game that sets him up for 3rd and very short. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Colts lead by only 2. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Taylor trying to run for this first. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. That is 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning. We've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. And really, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. Back to their own side of the field now, Brock. This is 2nd and long. They're going to pass it here. Complete out to the right side. And he takes it across midfield and into Jaguars territory. Now a timeout called by the Jaguars. That's their 3rd. That's all they had. So the offense free to start running the clock down now. Got to figure out this 3rd down here.
19 Tiger.
Looking to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 4th and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
An important attempt coming up here for Jake Bates. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. Got all of it, and this is good. And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
Jaguars.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here. Here he is to throw. Trying to push deep downfield. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Colts make the play that should win them this game.
4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
Here's first and 10 from the 47. They give to Taylor, right side. And he can't escape, Brock. They lose yards, but defensively, no timeouts left to stop the clock and take advantage.
Well, they were hoping. To get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
He'll look to throw it. And this is lofted deep down the middle. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. So they'll have here first and 10 from the 34.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the gun, Taylor. He's going to get inside the defense's 30 here. Looks to be a gain of about 6 on the play.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly when he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
They're drawing up for him. So the Colts pick up the win in this one. So to the conference championship game, they go, Brock. A season that's already memorable, lasting at least one more week.
And that's all you want to do, survive in advance, and see what's ahead of